Welcome back, everyone, to Ferris Sports Update. Postseason is drawing near and time to talk men's golf. And with us, sophomore Luke Trocchio. And Luke, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rob.
The Bulldogs off to a tremendous start this spring. You've had a lot of success so far. Just talk about how the season has went for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been really good. We've just been trying to kind of work out the kinks before. Obviously in the wintertime we couldn't really do much, but starting the spring out, we took second in an event in Wisconsin. It was pretty good. We played well. We did everything we could, but just trying to finish strong and prepare before Super Regionals, which is in 2 weeks from now.
Talk about how difficult this spring has been weather-wise. I know you haven't had a whole lot of chances to get outside in terms of practice, but just talk about how that has been a challenge.
It's been pretty tough. Just trying to have the desire to push yourself inside, because obviously there's limitations for putting and just to chip around to see some feedback, because that's what we're all about, is trying to see what you're doing wrong and what you can improve on. So hitting into like a net or something is what we mostly do, just to keep like our swings loose and keep the muscle memory going. But it's been kind of challenging, but we do okay. We hang in there.
You had a tremendous season last fall as a team, finished second in the GLIAC tournament.
That's right.
Just talk about last fall, that success in the GLIAC tournament, how that's carried over through the offseason and into the spring.
That's been good. It was we had a pretty close opportunity to take the championship and win the GLIAC. We just lost by a couple shots, which is really close for 600 shots total for the tournament. But it was close, and it kind of kept us hungry for wanting to win and wanting to fix what we're doing and even stuff that we're not, and just keep improving and just make sure we're getting better every day.
This past weekend, you took part in the GLIAC Spring Invitational down in New Albany, Ohio. Talk about the performance by the Bulldogs as a team first, and then you individually.
Well, it was pretty good. It was cool. It was a really nice course, which is always nice. We like to play on places that are challenging for us, and it's good, for the team. But we were missing one of our crucial players, Chris Eaton. He had to do some stuff for PGA seminars. But overall, we played pretty well. It was a hard course. It played very tough. It was like the only tournament this spring so far that no team has broken 300, which is a big deal. It was tough, and the weather was pretty good. It was cold the first day, but the second day was great, and scoring conditions were everything. But we did all we could. But sometimes it just doesn't work out, and that's all right. But it was good.
Talk about the competition you faced this weekend, and I know a lot of those teams you're seeing every week in some of these tournaments. Just talk about some of that competition that you've been able to face.
Yeah, that's right. Other teams like Grand Valley and Wayne State are also in our GLIAC and in our region. We've been very closely competitive with them, but it was it was a good tournament, and it's always close. It's always down to the wire in every tournament, every event. So it's exciting, but it just keeps us going, and it keeps us wanting the best we can, playing the best we can do.
Individually, you tied for 26th overall. A number of Bulldogs right up there in the upper half of the leaderboard. Just talk about the play of some of your teammates and how you guys played this past weekend.
Yeah, it's been good. We had, I think, a couple guys in the top 10, which was good, and there was over 60 guys in the event, I think. So that's a pretty good finish for just the top 5 at least. And we had an individual, Zach Kiefer, who's a freshman play, and he got 3rd, which was really great. It was good for him. But we had a freshman, Ben Cook, is his name, and he's been really strong for us, playing pretty well. And I think he took 6th as well this last event. But we've been playing pretty good, just trying to really make sure we can keep it one shot at a time, and not worry about what we're at, and relative to score, because everything's different every single day. You don't really know what's going to be good enough. You don't know, you can't worry about your playing partners because it's sort of irrelevant. You don't know what the rest of the field is doing. So it's kind of important to just stay in the moment and focus on whatever you can control.
I know you've got some younger teammates. You mentioned a couple freshmen, but a group of you have been around here for a couple years. Just talk about golf as a team sport, obviously an individual sport, but talk about it from a team aspect and how you build that camaraderie.
Yeah, for the team aspect, I guess it's important to kind of just be encouraging, and we bond pretty well. We have a good time together. I love the guys on the team. We hang out outside of practice, and as well as spend time with each other in practice. But it's just important to kind of challenge each other and ask each other what we're trying to work on, or how we can help each other in practice, or just being there and being happy for one another when something good happens or when one plays well and when someone doesn't play well.
This weekend, the Bulldogs in action at the GLIAC Preview, kind of the final test here before hopefully an NCAA regional tournament appearance. Talk about this weekend's event and what's on tap for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, this weekend should be pretty good. It's at Eagle Eye in Bath, Michigan, which is, I think, the PGA headquarters. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's the PGA headquarters for Michigan, the Michigan section. But it's a good course. I've played it before, and as a high schooler, I played it, and it's a good track. But it's mainly kind of just like it's the preview, like you said. It's just an event to kind of see the course before the GLIAC Championship in the fall. So that's where we'll be playing it then. But that'll be good. We're going to take probably one or two individuals there, just to see everything, see the course. But it'll be good. We'll be preparing pretty good for Super Regionals next weekend, after this weekend, obviously. So it'll be good.
Bulldogs certainly in line for the Super Regionals. Talk about the tradition here of golf at Ferris State and what it means to be able to go to a Super Regional like that and hopefully move on to the national championships.
Yeah, it means a lot. They do it off of rankings, so it's not like one tournament that will get you to Super Regionals. They do it off of rankings, and it's kind of like a whole year you're preparing, and you've got to play excellent the whole year. So there's kind of that thought in the back of your mind, that pressure, that, okay, if we don't play well enough, then we're not going to make it to Supers. That's what we call it, Supers. But it's kind of just something to strive after. If we don't play, if we don't win an event, it's something that we focus on and just keep in our heads to say, okay, well, if we don't play well here, we're either kind of saving it for Supers or doing the best we can to prepare for that final event before the national championship, because that's the main goal, is make it to the national championship.
Obviously, you've been here a few years at Ferris State. What's kind of been the highlight of you so far in your golf career here with the Bulldogs?
Yeah, it's been cool. Last year we had 7 seniors on the team, so it was sort of hard for me to crack the lineup, and you can only take usually like 5 guys, the top 5 guys to the tournaments. So last year I didn't travel at all, and it was cool for me this year because in the fall I got to qualify, and I was able to play in all the events, and our last tournament was in Detroit, and I played really well. It just worked out for me. Putts were going in, I was hitting it well, and I won individually, and we won as a team as well. And it was cool. It was the Wayne State Invitational, so it was nice to win in a competitive event and against our rivals, which is Wayne State. So it was cool.
Well, congratulations again on all the success you've had here with the Bulldogs, and best of luck as you look ahead. Super Regionals coming up here in a couple weeks.
Thank you, Rob.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.